What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, I know some updates. First of all, yes, I did get my hair dyed. I got some blonde little highlights in. You guys might be noticing a little bit different of a camera and kind of how it looks. Yes, I did get a new camera and I absolutely love it. So if you guys see me looking over there, it is because of my viewfinder. Now, I also did get this lovely, lovely little mirror from TJ Maxx. $10. Hello. Yes. So I thought that what better way to kind of start off like a low-key kind of like new channel kind of thing, kind of new vibe, is to do a full face. So if you guys want to see how I'm going to do this lovely little look, then keep on watching. So I am going to be going in and I'm going to be taking some of my Glam Glow moisturizer. Now I don't know if you guys can like literally see that. Sometimes my camera, it's like really, really hard to focus, sorry. Anyway, but I'm gonna be using my Glam Glow Nude Glow Starter Mega Illuminating Moisturizer. I'm just gonna apply a little bit onto my, okay, that went everywhere. And I'm just going to apply all over the face. Now, I like to use a lot of this I put it right over my eyelids, oh my gosh. I put it over my ears, to my neck. Now, I do like to use a lot of this just because it really helps your skin and it allows the foundation to just, I feel like it just applies more even. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so now that I have completely moisturized my face, I'm going to be going in my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation in the shade 200. Now, I think I'm running out on this, but let me just let you know, this is so full coverage and so lovely to use. So let's make sure I have some. But I'm going in with my Morphe Beauty sponge and just applying this all over the face. I'm gonna try to pump a little more. Do you guys see that? Like, we're trying to get her out of here. Now that I have all this foundation on, I'm gonna be going into my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. It's like this super coverage. Why is this not? Is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Now, I like to, this has like a lovely little doe foot applicator, and I like to take it and just start making some little triangles right underneath the eye. And I also like to take some and just kind of place it on top of the forehead. It just kind of like brightens it up, you know what I'm saying? I take a little bit down here on my chin and boosh. And then I do take a little line right down the center. And now, since I look literally so stupid, let's blend her in. So I'm going to be going in with my very, very used Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer in the shade Warm L7 or L7 Warm, however you want to pronounce it. And I just like to put this right in like the tips and right underneath. I don't like to apply a lot just because it's very right for my skin tone as of right now. And I just kind of apply a little bit on the high points. There we go. And I'm again going to take my Morphe Beauty sponge and blend it out. Alright, so now that my under eyes are nice and brightened up, now I know that it does look like a lot, but it's okay. It's going to get fixed. That is why we have bronzer. Next, I'm going to be taking, of course, my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Now this is a dream. So I just like to put a lot in the pan, and I just kind of like to tap it out so it's not like chunky and disgusting. And I take my beauty sponge and I literally dip right in there, and I go right underneath the eyes just to bake it out. Make sure those are baked. And take one little stamp, just because it doesn't need as much baking. And I like to flip over to this side and really get underneath there and really bake. Alright, so now while I am baking,
You mean I'm in?
I'm going to start on my brows. Now, here's the thing with my brows. I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Dark Brown. Alright, so I'm going to first just go in there and just spoolie that up. I like to spoolie the front ones up while the others are just kind of laid out. So your brow like kind of already looks flawless. And it also gets rid of any powder that may have gotten in there. So next, I just like to make tiny little hair strokes just kind of throughout. Alright, now as we're moving closer up to the front, I just kind of like to take very light strokes and just kind of stroke them right on up in the front. And then, of course, you can go a little bit darker over here. Then, what I like to do is I like to take my spoolie and I just like pull down on top and kind of just trace out that line where you kind of want the brow. It also helps to fill in any extra spots that like weren't already filled in. And then I, again, just like to brush up. And this, I just kind of like to brush through, especially the front to make it very light. And then obviously the out, just so there's no like none of those harsh little lines up there. Now, I'm not really going for like an intense brow today, so we're just gonna stick with this, like a little natural. So now that that brow is one and done, I like to take my Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and I just like to apply some on my hand right there. And I'm gonna go in with my Morphe M432 brush. Now this is like a little flat top little concealer brush. I really do love using it for carving on my brows. And so I just like to take a little bit of that. And we're gonna get to carving, sis. So here we go. To take my beauty blender and just pat out any of those little lines. And then that is one brow nice and finished and sculpted. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my other brow off camera and I will see you when I'm done. Alright, so now that I have both brows done and done, remember how we baked underneath the eyes? I'm gonna keep that bake underneath her just because of the eyeshadow look here. Now, I do not know what look we're gonna go for today, but I definitely know we're gonna be using this Urban Decay Born to Run palette. Now this palette, oh my gosh, you guys. This palette is so gorgeous. Now let me tell you what shades are amazing from this palette. This shade Hellride right here, and then this shade Baja and Still Shot. Let me tell you, those are some pretty good shades. Now I also have my Naked 2 palette, which I'm not going to be using today just because I'm kind of going to go for a colorful look. And I also have the Morphe 9C palette. This palette, you guys, is so gorgeous. Let me just tell you, there's a lot of similar shades in this one with the Born to Run, but you know what? Get what you pay for. And this is the 9B palette, which, by the way, I recommend this palette. It's only $12 for just kind of like school looks, like nothing too dramatic. Now, that's what I might do today, but I also am just kind of like, I have to do something with this palette. Now, I've done a lot of looks with this palette, but this is what I want to do now. Okay, so we're gonna start off a little simple, not too extreme eyeshadow look. So I'm gonna be going with my Morphe M504 brush. Now this is such a great little like padding brush just for like putting on like some powders or just like really sweeping anything across there. So I like to take this and I like to dip into my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I get that brush literally nice and like coated with that, and I just like tap all over the eyelid, and I just want to make sure that that is like getting every little part of my eye. And then once it is all run out, I go back in and I just kind of like dip into the container, and I just go in with the other eye and I like to tap all over. So this is a fantastic like large fluffy brush, and this has been one of my favorite purchases. I can do an entire like look with this like alone. Now that I have kind of low-key set those, we're gonna go back in and literally reset them. So I'm gonna be going in with the shade Breakaway right here, which is like literally white shade. It has just a little bit of shimmer in it. I just want to pat this again, kind of like what I did with the powder, and I just like to put that everywhere. Now this palette has a massive mirror, so I use this. So if you guys see that, that is why. Now I'm going to be going in with the shade Weekender, and I'm going to apply that all over kind of my crease area, kind of above the crease a little bit. So here we go. And I like to blend with, as Patricia would say, windshield wiper motions. And this is such a great, sometimes I don't even want to stop blending because so gorgeous. Now I'm going to go back in with Weekender. I'm going to go in on my other eye. I'm actually gonna take this shade Riff that I've never used before, and I don't even know, honestly I don't even know where this look is going. I'm gonna be going in with my Morphe M441. Now if you're gonna get any brush from Morphe, I suggest this one. This is a fantastic fluffy little crease brush. So I'm gonna be taking the shade Riff, which is a shade I've never used before, and I just like to go in there. Now that is not pigmented, but that's okay. We go back in. And I'm just going to apply this right in the crease. Now I want to tap off kind of a lot. I'm just going to place this right in the middle and just kind of deepen that crease out, just because this is kind of a darker little shade. So I'm going to be going in the shade Punk, and again, tap off that excess, because you can always add more. And now I'm going to kind of go in and just deepen out the crease a little bit more. I'm barely, just barely touching the eye. Do you guys see how pigmented that is? Now, since I did not know that that had any color on it, I'm gonna take this one and go in with the shade Breakaway, and literally I'm gonna lighten that up over there, because I'm not living for that at all. So I'm gonna be going in with the shade Stranded right here, and I just wanna kind of coat that brush. I don't know if you guys can see that, but she's a sister coated. And I'm just kind of gonna start in the middle, and I wanna pat this all over the lid. Now that we are done, I'm gonna take this large powder brush from Morphe, and this is from the 9-piece vegan brush set. And I love this powder brush. It is so soft, and I kind of want to press any excess powder right on it until not of it all comes off, and wipe anything away. Alright, now for my bottom lashes, I'm going to be going in... Alright, so for my bottom lashes, I'm going to be going with my Benefit Roller Lash. Now, Benefit, let me just tell you, this roller lash, if I could recommend any lash for you, it would be the Benefit Roller Lash. Alright, so I'm going to be going in with the shade Beam on this palette, which is this shade right here. And I'm going to be going in with my Morphe M510 brush, and I'm going to go in and oh my gosh, this glow is going to be so good. Alright, now sometimes the palette is not as pigmented. I honestly take some Fix Plus and I will spray down that palette and I go back in very, very quick. And oh yeah, that's much better. And I like to apply it a little bit above the brow bone. And alright. Oh my god, a little mascara stain. So now that I am glowing for the gods, which is, this is not like a harsh glow, but you know what? It works. I take some right above the lip right here, just to define that out, and I just take some right there. Now I am a highlighting queen, so I do not stop until like there is no highlight left. Now I'm gonna wipe away this bake, and we will be all completed once we set. Okay, so honestly, I love Laura Mercier, but this is some baking powder that does not leave. I think it might just be the foundation, to be 100% honest. Now, for setting spray, I like to use multiple. So I use some MAC Fix Plus. Hopefully I didn't knock into my camera. And then I also like to use my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and this is only $15, like. And I also take my Mario Badescu and just lightly spray that, and then one more once over. Alright, so this is the completed look for today. I did not end up using these, but I really want to use these. So I don't know. But this is the completed look. I know it's not the best. This is my first ever makeup tutorial on YouTube. My foundation is so light. My lashes are not okay. My eyeshadow is just like, it's okay. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Remember to turn on my post notifications to view whenever I upload another video. Always remember to subscribe down below, and remember to like this video. If you did like it, give it a big thumbs up. If you liked it more, go subscribe, because we need that, sis, right? And I will see you guys next Tuesday. Cut.